Hi, I'm Erin Anzalone with Utah State University Extension here in Salt Lake County, Utah. So how do bees find the flowers that they're looking to pollinate? They need food, they need to be able to bring food back to the hive, and we're also hoping that they are able to go pollinate the flowers. Bees actually have really distorted vision. They see the world kind of upside down almost, and really as if they were looking through multiple lenses. They actually use the sun to navigate and orient themselves. They use the sun and its warmth to fly out from their hive to find the flowers for the food, and also to help find their way back to their hive. This is a really cool part of the curriculum, something that kids will really enjoy here. So, kind of as a starting point for this part of the curriculum, you can go ahead and let your students complete page 6 of the PUPS little pamphlet program. It's a maze, and it talks about how bees have to be able to find their way using the sun back to their hive. The next little part of the curriculum talks about the actual face of a bee. So we included in the kit this hand-drawn bee diagram so that your students can better understand the different parts of the bee. Included we have the antennas or antennae, the mandible, the cheek, the clypeus, and the ocelli and compound eyes. And these are the two big points you want to make for the younger students: how they actually see out of these compound eyes, and what do the ocelli provide for them, or their secondary eyes. This is a face of a western bumblebee, a very common and native bee that we have here in Utah. So why is it so important that they find these flowers, right? Of course, to get food, they have to feed their young back at the hive, and we need them to be able to pollinate our food. Included in the kit are these really fun kind of goggly glasses. The kids can put them on and see how it might seem to see like a bee as they're flying around. It's pretty crazy just to sit here and put these on myself. They're a lot of fun though. The kids will really enjoy them too. So these do come in our kit if you choose to check that out with us, along with the diagram behind me. At this point too, on page 7 of the curriculum, maybe they'll be able to fill in the different parts of the face once they've kind of seen the bigger version. They'll be able to do it themselves. So bees see the world very distortedly, so it's really hard for them to find one flower out of a mass of flowers. And this is why the first P that Katie talked about for planting pollinator plants is you want to plant these plants in large masses. You want to, if you're going to plant something that attracts butterflies, you don't just want a few of them. You want a good 3-foot by 3-foot mass of these flowers. Because these pollinators see so oddly, they need a big, almost like a landing strip or a billboard to draw them in for them to be able to find the food. It would be really hard for them to pick out the one flower that they are wanting to pollinate amongst a variety of multiple kinds of flowers. This is a really important thing to think about too if you in your classroom or your school is deciding to plant a pollinator garden, and I'll talk about that at the end of the curriculum. So there's also an extension activity. It's a really cool one if you have older students. It kind of gives them a little bit of hands-on research to further understand a bee's vision. From here, we only have 2 more steps until your pups are ready for pollinator education graduation.